From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
And thank you for joining us this morning. It is Monday, October 2nd.
Welcome in. Let's get started.
Turning a page in California political leadership, Governor Gavin Newsom gives a nod at the name of a woman making history on a Monday morning.
We hope we can be addressing that.
Because the city's spectacular.
Because we spoke to some local San Fran people, and they've noticed changes in their city, and they would like to get it back.
The words of a visitor about the state of our cities. Hope for us, as a new study shows many who live here don't feel the same.
It's unbelievable because we made this film for this community.
Art and Issues in Oakland, a film works to have a community conversation through dance. Government shutdown averted at the 11th hour, and Fleet Week is about to fly into the Bay Area. We're live.
You guys always showed me love.
And what a moment. Brandon Crawford showing all the love and appreciation for you, the fans, in what could be his final game.
Brandon Crawford. That's a touching moment. Good morning, everybody. I'm Reed Cowan. Happy Monday.
Yes, and I'm Nicole Zalumis, and we are missing Gianna today. She's not feeling well, so we send her warm wishes. And because Gianna's not here, I've been tapped to come in to do traffic.
And you're rocking it all morning.
Kind of.
Drum roll, please.
I'm getting our viewers out the door on time. That is my one goal.
All right, let's do it. Of course, we've also been holding our breath in the Bay, not sure if the government shutdown would affect Fleet Week. Well, they didn't shut it down. When we left you Friday, that was a big question. It looked to be in peril, but Nicole, look at this. The sights and sounds of the first of the Navy's Blue Angels touching down in Oakland for Fleet Week, which kicks off today after lawmakers made a deal to keep the government open and the money flowing for the fleet. Well, from servants in the sky to the women and men at sea, the USS John P. Murtha sailed under the Golden Gate Bridge yesterday. It's just one of the many vessels that will be docked along the Embarcadero this week, making a difference, as is the motto for that ship.
And what a view those sailboats got. Well, joining us live now from the USS John P. Murtha is our first alert meteorologist, Jessica Birch. Jessica, good morning to you once again. You're providing us not just with the weather, but so much information when it comes to where you're located.
Absolutely. I mean, Fleet Week is here. We are out here live. It is a little bit chilly, I will say that, but the best part about the forecast this week, it's warming up and drying up a lot as we head into this week's forecast, which is honestly great. There's going to be ship tours for the general admission starting on Wednesday all week long, so you can come with your family, come check this out. I mean, there's aircraft behind me right now that I'm geeking out about and I'm learning all about just when it comes to the other branches of the military. We're going to have more on that in a bit too and more interviews, but let's actually take a look at the forecast while we're at it. Starting off with this morning, 50s throughout the Bay Area as we're waking up later into this afternoon. Daytime highs actually warming up into the 70s throughout our inland areas. Some 80s off into the East Bay, 60s along the coast. The forecast is looking nice for us today, but it gets better heading into our week forecast as high pressure builds its way in. Look at our temperature anomaly map. See all that yellow just along the west coast? I mean, from Washington down into California, we're all going to be seeing above average conditions heading into this week. High pressure is building its way in. That's what that huge brick of red that you see just on our atmospheric pressure map is actually showing. High pressure keeps us with that offshore wind. That's going to allow for the marine layer to kind of kick its way out. So clear skies expected for us heading into our Fleet Week forecast, which, by the way, is way better than last year's forecast. I'm not sure if you remember, we were out here live reporting from the USS Princeton last year, and we were expecting foggy conditions for the air show. This week, this year, it's looking a lot better. So we're going to keep you updated. We're going to have more live interviews coming up in just a bit. Like I said, I'm at the USS John P. Murtha this morning. Back to you.
Looking very comfortable in front of that helicopter, Jessica.
I know.
Second nature for our friend out there. Thank you so much. And Jess will be flying with the Blue Angels on Wednesday. We can't wait to show our viewers that experience.
That's right. CBS News Bay Area is the official media partner for Fleet Week. We're going to have special coverage all week long. And on Friday, we're going to bring you the parade of ships at 11 a.m. with the Blue Angels live at 3. Well, as I said, Gianna is off today, so let's get you your traffic report because we do have an accident to report this morning on Highway 4. An accident reported heading westbound on I-80. 2 lanes are closed due to a crash near Hilltop Drive. A lot of buildup going on, so give yourself plenty of time as you head out the door this morning. It's a 27-minute drive heading into the city. A SIG alert has been issued. Over to the Altamont Pass. Looks like they cleared the accident on Mountain View Parkway. The morning commute is still building up. 42-minute drive now, heading westbound into the city. And why don't we take a live look at our San Mateo cam? A lot more cars on the road this Monday morning, but it's a good flow of traffic. A 12-minute drive from 880 to Highway 101. Reed?
Dianne Feinstein's body flown back to San Francisco over the weekend from the president's military fleet after passing away at the age of 90. You know, since her death, Governor Gavin Newsom had the job of picking who was going to temporarily take over Feinstein's Senate seat. And now we know it's LaFonza Butler. Our Leslie Gooden is live at San Francisco City Hall with more on the Emily's List president and former Kamala Harris advisor. Leslie, it's really a temporary position. She's going to have to run for it if she chooses to when elections come around. But this is definitely a morning, a history-making morning for representation here in California.
Yeah, that's right, Reed. Again, as you mentioned, everyone's still mourning, and it still doesn't feel like it's been 3 days since the senator passed away. But we do know who is going to replace her, a familiar face. Now, take a look at your screen. Butler, she was currently serving as the president of the organization called Emily's List, which is devoted to electing Democratic women who support abortion rights, assisting them in fundraising. And it's possible she could become a featured candidate herself, since Newsom didn't put any restrictions on her joining the crowded field running for the permanent Senate seat in California. Now, Butler has a deep background working for unions, and with this announcement, Newsom delivered on his promise to give the job to a black woman. Butler will now be the only black female in Senate and the first openly gay one. And Newsom shared that she has always stood up for what is right, and he's confident she will be able to carry the baton left by Senator Feinstein to break glass ceilings and fight for all Californians. And we don't know if Butler will run for her full term next November. And there are 3 other prominent Democrats in the race, and Bay Area Congresswoman Barbara Lee. Now, along with Representatives Adam Schiff and Katie Porter. Now, presumably, Republicans will field a Senate candidate as well. And we also know that the Senator Feinstein's body will lie in state at San Francisco City Hall this Wednesday, and the public can pay their respects ahead of her funeral on Thursday, but it will not be open to the public, but it will be live streamed.